For hundreds of years, Earth had not been heard from. In the vastness of space, where millions of stars shined and countless planets spun, Earth was just a quiet dot. It was once a lively world full of humans, with great cities and wonders. But then something happened. Earth disappeared from the galaxy's maps and no signal came from it. Many believed Earth was destroyed, lost forever in some terrible disaster. Others thought its people had vanished or moved far away. Some civilizations even forgot Earth's name. For a long time, Earth was a ghost planet, a mystery wrapped in silence. But beneath the silence, deep underground and beneath oceans, humans had survived. They had not only survived, they had grown stronger. While the galaxy moved on, building powerful fleets and colonizing new worlds, Earth's people were working quietly in secret. Far below the surface, in hidden cities lit by soft lights and glowing machines, Earth's greatest minds studied ancient knowledge and new technology. They rebuilt their world with care. The air was clean again, forests were growing, and the seas were alive. The old Earth was gone, but a new Earth was rising. In these hidden cities, human scientists and engineers worked side by side. They built machines powered by energy no one outside Earth had seen before. These machines could repair themselves, think for themselves, and even grow. Humans were changing too. They used technology to become faster, smarter, and stronger. The new humans could live longer, heal quickly, and think clearly in ways that amazed even themselves. Outside, the stars were still watching. The galaxy was full of powerful races. Some ruled with iron fists, others with careful diplomacy. Many had ships that could travel faster than light and weapons that could destroy planets. But none had heard a whisper from Earth for centuries. One day, in a small space station at the edge of the galaxy, a young alien scientist named Kale was working. Kale belonged to a curious race called the Vintari, known for their sharp minds and love of exploration. They scanned the stars every day, searching for signals and stories from distant worlds. On this day, Kale's instruments picked up something strange. A faint pulse, a pattern in the static. A signal coming from the old Sol system, the home of the lost Earth. The signal was weak, almost hidden, but it was there. Kale's heart raced. Could it be? He whispered. After all this time? The message was complex, filled with strange codes and rhythms. It wasn't just a simple call for help or a random burst of energy. It was a message that took time to understand, a challenge wrapped in mystery. Kale knew this was important. He sent the signal to the Galactic Council, the great group that kept peace and order in the stars. The council called a meeting immediately. Leaders from many worlds gathered in a giant chamber floating in space. Earth, the council leader said, is alive, and it speaks again. News spread quickly. The return of Earth was like a wave across the galaxy. Some were curious, eager to learn what Earth had become. Others were afraid. What if Earth was now powerful? What if its silence had been a trap? In the hidden cities on Earth, leaders met quietly. They knew the galaxy was watching. They had a choice, to remain silent or to step forward and show their strength. One leader, a woman named Mira, stood tall before the Council of Earth's new government. For centuries we have hidden, she said. But we are ready. The time has come to rise. Her words were met with silence and then a quiet cheer. Earth would no longer be forgotten. Meanwhile, scouts in fast ships were sent beyond the solar system. They tested the waters, scanning other worlds and fleets. Earth's new defenses were ready. Silent drones patrolled the edges, invisible but powerful. Back on Earth, children played under artificial suns in great gardens. Their laughter was a sound never heard in space, a promise of life and hope. But the galaxy would not accept Earth's return easily. Old fears and old grudges waited in the shadows. Many questioned Earth's intentions. The stage was set for something new. A new chapter for Earth and for the whole galaxy. Earth was no longer silent. It was awake, and it was stronger than anyone could imagine. The signal from Earth traveled through space like a quiet whisper, but it stirred the galaxy. For centuries, no one had heard anything from the lost planet. Now that small, strange message captured the attention of many. Kyle, the young Vintari scientist, stared at the screen in his lab on the edge of the galaxy. The signal was still coming, repeating in patterns too complex for any quick decoding. It was a message. But what did it mean? Kyle's fingers danced over his console. The codes twisted and turned like puzzles, but slowly he began to see patterns. The message was not just a call, it was a challenge, a statement. Earth was alive and wanted to be known again. The Galactic Council wasted no time. They gathered their best translators and cryptographers from many races, the long-eared Tursans, the clever Xynox, the wise Eldari. Everyone worked day and night. Each day, new pieces of the message were understood, but the full meaning remained a mystery. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, news spread like wildfire. In the capital city of the great Tursan Empire, Emperor Laris stood before his advisors. "Earth has returned," he said. "We must be cautious. We do not know what they want." Not far away, in the cold deserts of the Xinox homeworld, a young officer named Jara listened to the broadcasts. "If Earth is truly alive," she said to her commander, "we need to prepare. They might be stronger than we expect." Back in the deep space listening post where Kale worked, a breakthrough happened. The message included images, glimpses of Earth's surface, beautiful green forests, shining cities buried beneath oceans, and faces of humans with eyes bright and clear. But these were not the humans the galaxy remembered. They looked different, stronger, smarter, more alive. Kyle felt a thrill of excitement and fear. "They have changed," he whispered. On Earth, Mira and her council watched the progress of the signal carefully. They had sent the message not as a threat, but as a test, to see if the galaxy was ready to listen. Now they waited for a response. But the galaxy was not only curious, it was divided. Some saw Earth's message as a sign of hope. Others saw it as a warning. In the bustling starport of a nearby system, smugglers and traders talked in hushed voices. "Earth's back," one said. "That old world might change everything, or bring war," another replied. The Galactic Council finally sent a small diplomatic ship towards Earth. It was a gesture of peace and curiosity. The ship's captain, a cautious Eldari named Valen, carried gifts and questions. Valen's ship moved through space slower than the advanced Earth vessels, but steady. When he reached the outer edge of the Sol system, he was surprised to find Earth's defenses waiting, silent, invisible, but strong. Drones scanned his ship without attacking. Valen sent a message. "We come in peace," he said. "We want to talk." For days, there was no reply. Then suddenly, a new message came back. It was not words, but a holographic image of Mira. She looked calm, confident. "Welcome back, travelers," she said. "Earth has changed, and we are ready to speak." The meeting was set, a moment that many across the galaxy watched with bated breath. As Valen's ship moved closer to Earth, he saw more signs of its transformation. Huge cities hidden beneath the oceans, great forests untouched by time, and strange machines that moved like living creatures. He realized Earth was not just surviving, it was thriving. Back on Earth, Mira prepared for the meeting with the Galactic Council representatives. She knew their questions would be many, and their trust would be hard to earn. "We will show them strength," she said to her team, "but also wisdom. We want peace, but we are ready for anything." The galaxy waited. After centuries of silence, Earth was speaking again, and everyone was listening. The solar system was no longer the quiet place it had once been. Long forgotten by most of the galaxy, it was now a place of mystery and quiet power. From the outer edge, small ships from curious races tried to approach Earth's orbit. They wanted to see the planet that had been silent for centuries, but no one came close without encountering Earth's guardians. These were not just ordinary ships or defenses. Earth had created drones unlike any the galaxy had ever seen. Small and silent, they moved like shadows across the empty space near the planets. They could vanish in an instant and reappear without warning. They had no pilots, but their machines were smart, learning, adapting, and protecting Earth's secrets with fierce determination. One scouting ship, sent by the Xynox Empire, drifted near the asteroid belt. The crew was confident. They believed Earth was weak after so many years of silence. But as they scanned the area, one of the drones appeared from the dark. It moved with lightning speed surrounding the ship. The Xynox crew felt a strange energy pulse through their systems. Their weapons jammed. Their engines stuttered. The drone sent a message. "Leave this space. Earth watches." Fear filled the hearts of the crew. They quickly turned their ship away, leaving the solar system behind. The story of the drone spread quickly, turning curiosity into caution. In the Galactic Council, whispers of Earth's defenses created tension. Some members saw the drones as a threat, a sign Earth wanted to dominate the stars again. Others thought the drones were just protecting their home, nothing more. Meanwhile, on Earth, Mira stood in a high chamber overlooking the blue planet. The oceans gleamed under the sun, and the forests stretched far beyond the cities. She watched the reports of the drone encounters with a calm but firm expression. "Our technology is not meant to start wars," she told her council. "But it will protect us. We cannot afford weakness." Her council agreed. They had spent centuries preparing. They knew the galaxy had grown dangerous, and Earth needed to be ready. In the skies above Earth's cities, new ships moved silently. These were not like the old, slow spacecraft of the past. They were fast, smart, and powerful. Piloted by humans who had trained for years, these ships could strike quickly and disappear without a trace. One of the pilots, a young woman named Aaron, flew her ship near the asteroid belt. She loved the thrill of space, the quiet hum of the engines and the endless stars outside the cockpit. But today her mission was serious. They were testing Earth's defenses, making sure every drone and ship worked perfectly. As she flew, her ship's sensors picked up a small craft, trying to approach Earth. Aaron's heart raced. This was no drill. She launched her own drone, a sleek, fast machine, to intercept. The unknown ship stopped, caught in the invisible web of Earth's protection. On board, the visitors stared at their screens, realizing Earth was awake and watching. They sent a message. "We mean no harm. We seek knowledge and friendship." Aaron relayed the message to command. Mira listened carefully. "We will meet them," Mira said. "But only on our terms." Back in the stars, other worlds debated Earth's return. The powerful Vintari wanted to open trade and share knowledge. The Tursan Empire feared losing control. The Xynox prepared their fleets quietly, unsure if Earth was a friend or foe. Meanwhile, Valen, the Eldari diplomat, traveled closer to Earth for the planned meeting. He watched the signs of a planet transformed: green forests, clear oceans, and cities glowing softly under the night sky. Earth was no longer the lost planet of old stories. It was alive, strong, and ready. When Valen's ship finally landed on Earth's surface, he was greeted not by soldiers, but by diplomats and scientists. Mira welcomed him with a steady gaze. "We wish to build peace," she said. "But we will not be weak." Valen nodded. "The galaxy fears what it does not understand. We must learn from each other." The meeting was just the beginning. Outside, Earth's drones continued their silent watch, shadows over the rim of the solar system. The galaxy was waking up to a new Earth, one that would change everything. The meeting between Earth's leaders and the Galactic Council's representatives was unlike any in recent history. The room, a massive hall suspended in space, was filled with beings of all shapes and sizes, tall, short, many-limbed, scaled, and feathered. But all eyes were on the humans from Earth. Mira stood tall at the front, confident and calm. She spoke for her people, who had waited centuries for this moment. Her words were clear, strong, and filled with hope. For too long, Earth was silent. For centuries, we hid beneath our seas and soil. But we have grown. We have learned and evolved. she said. We are not the humans you once knew. We are stronger, smarter, and ready to take our place among the stars. Across the room, some leaders looked surprised. Others were wary. How could a planet so long lost suddenly return so powerful? Mira knew their doubts. She showed them images, videos of humans in training, humans working with machines that seemed alive, and humans solving problems no other species had mastered. These new humans were not only physically strong but mentally sharp. Their minds could process information faster, remember more, and create new ideas quickly. One of the Galactic Council's elders, a longtime skeptic named Vorin, stood up. How can we trust you? You were silent for centuries. Why did you hide? Mira met his gaze steadily. We hid to protect ourselves and to grow stronger. The galaxy is dangerous, and we needed time to prepare. Now we offer peace and partnership, but only if you treat us with respect. The hall buzzed with murmurs. Some agreed with Vorin, others saw wisdom in Mira's words. The debate would take time. Outside the hall, Earth's diplomats worked to build alliances. They met with representatives from many worlds, the curious Vintari, the cautious Tursans, and even the secretive Xynox. Each meeting was a test of patience and skill. One of Earth's greatest strengths was its people. These new humans had trained for years, mastering science, strategy, and diplomacy. They were ready to lead, to teach, and to defend. In a quiet room on Earth, Erin prepared for a different challenge. She was one of the best pilots and soldiers in the new Earth fleet, but she also believed in peace. Her job was to protect Earth from threats, but she hoped those threats would never come. Erin's thoughts were interrupted by a message. A fleet of unknown ships was moving toward Earth's outer system. Their intentions were unclear. Mira's council met quickly. Are they friend or foe? Someone asked. We do not know, Mira answered. Prepare defenses but do not attack, unless we must. The unknown fleet entered Earth's space. Their ships were large and armed, but slower than Earth's defenders. Arin took her ship into space, joining other pilots in patrol. As they approached, the unknown ship sent a message. We come to observe and learn. Mira breathed a quiet sigh of relief. Then we will show them who we are. The fleet slowed and formed a circle around Earth. For days, Earth's defenders watched, ready but not hostile. During this time, Mira met with the fleet's leader, a tall being named Rin, from a distant star system. Rin was curious but cautious. We have heard stories of Earth's silence, Rin said. Now we see strength. Why should we trust you? Mira smiled. Because we seek peace, knowledge, and friendship. Because we have waited for this moment for centuries. And because we know the galaxy is stronger when we work together. Rin nodded slowly. Then let us learn from each other. Back on Earth, scientists worked with visitors from the fleet. They shared ideas, technology, and stories. For the first time in centuries, Earth was open to the galaxy, but not everyone was happy. Some factions across the stars feared Earth's rise. They saw humans as a threat to their power and influence. Secret meetings were held in dark places. Plans were made to undermine Earth's new alliances and slow its growth. Mira and her council knew the challenges ahead would be many. But they were ready. They had waited centuries for this chance. They would not let fear stop them. In training centers on Earth, young humans practiced skills that combined body and mind. They learned to control advanced machines, solve complex problems, and work as one. Arin stood before a group of new pilots. We are Earth's shield, she told them, not to conquer but to protect, to show the galaxy what humans can be. The human renaissance had begun, a new era where Earth would no longer be forgotten or underestimated, where humans would rise, not as silent ghosts, but as strong, proud stars. The galaxy was watching, and Earth was ready. The galaxy stood at a crossroads. Earth's sudden return, strong and confident, had changed the balance of power. Old alliances shifted, new fears grew, and many wondered, would Earth bring peace or war? On the capital world of the Tursan Empire, Emperor Laris paced in his grand chamber. His advisors surrounded him, each speaking faster than the last. Earth's technology is beyond anything we imagined, one said. If we do not act quickly, they will control trade routes and military power. Another advisor argued. But Earth seeks peace. They sent diplomats and shared knowledge. They want allies, not enemies. Laris's eyes narrowed. We cannot take that risk. If Earth grows too strong, we will lose everything. We must prepare. Across the stars, in the Xynox Command Center, General Kor studied Earth's defenses. Their fleets are fast and smart. They use drones that learn and adapt. We cannot fight them head-on. His second-in-command, a sharp strategist named Jara, suggested, we need to find a way to weaken Earth without open war. Sabotage, misinformation, or alliances with those who fear Earth. Kor nodded slowly. Prepare the covert teams. The war will be silent if it comes. Meanwhile, on Earth, Mira and her council sensed the growing tension. The galaxy's powers were watching, waiting to see how humanity would respond. We do not want war, Mira said in a quiet meeting, but we will defend ourselves if needed. Our strength is our shield. The Galactic Council called for a summit, a meeting of all major powers to discuss Earth's place among the stars. Leaders from many worlds gathered, some hopeful, others suspicious. Velan, the Eldari diplomat, opened the talks. This is a moment for peace and understanding. Earth has shown strength, yes, but also a desire to work with us all. Mira spoke next. We ask for respect and equal partnership. We offer technology, knowledge, and friendship. But we will not be ignored or controlled. The room was filled with murmurs. Some leaders nodded, but others remained quiet. Suddenly, a representative from a distant empire stood. We do not trust Earth. Their silence was not weakness, it was a threat. We must be ready. The tension rose like a storm. Outside the summit, secret forces moved. Spies and saboteurs tried to disrupt Earth's allies, spreading lies and causing unrest. Erin, now a leader among Earth's defenders, worked to uncover these plots. We cannot fight a war we cannot see, she said. We must be vigilant. Her teams traced attacks to a shadowy group linked to the distant empire. The threat was real, but Earth was prepared. At the same time, new alliances formed. The Vintari, impressed by Earth's strength and honesty, pledged support. The Tursans remained cautious but agreed to keep dialogue open. In a secret meeting, Mira spoke with Rin, leader of the visiting fleet. We face enemies who fear what they do not understand, but we also have friends. Rin nodded. Together we can build a future where no one is left behind. The summit ended without a final agreement, but with a clear message. Earth's rise would change the galaxy forever. Back on Earth, the people prepared. New training programs, diplomatic missions, and scientific projects began. The human renaissance was not just about strength. It was about hope and unity. Arin stood on the bridge of her ship, watching the stars. We are the future, she said softly. We will protect our home and build peace, no matter the cost. The galaxy waited. Would it be alliance or annihilation? The Great Summit was over, but the galaxy's future was still uncertain. Leaders returned to their home worlds, carrying hope, fear, and determination. Earth had made its presence known, and nothing would be the same again. On Earth, Mira stood once more before her council. The faces around her were tired but hopeful. We have taken the first step, she said softly. But the journey is long. The galaxy is watching, and we must be ready to show them who we truly are. Outside, Earth's skies shimmered with the lights of new ships. These were not just weapons, but symbols of a new beginning. Ships ready to protect, to explore, and to connect. Arin trained new pilots in the quiet halls of the spaceport. Each one learned not only to fly, but to understand the responsibility that came with power. Strength is not just about battle, she told them. It is about knowing when to fight, when to listen, and when to build. In the stars, Earth's Allies began to arrive. The Vintari brought diplomats and scholars eager to share knowledge. The Tursan sent representatives ready to negotiate peace and trade. Even some from the distant empires came quietly, curious to see if Earth's promise was real. The first joint mission was announced, a peaceful expedition to a distant, uncharted system. It was a test of trust and cooperation. Velan stood on Earth's surface looking at the ships preparing to leave. He had seen many things in his long life, but Earth's rise was something new, something powerful and hopeful. "This is only the beginning," he said to Mira. "The galaxy will remember this day." But not all was peaceful. Shadows still lurked. Those who feared change plotted in secret. Mira knew the threats would not disappear overnight. "We must remain vigilant," she warned her council. "Our strength is a beacon. It draws light but also darkness." Aaron's team uncovered a plot to sabotage the joint expedition. The saboteurs wanted to destroy trust before it could grow. With quick thinking and skill, Aaron and her pilots stopped the attack. The mission went forward, a symbol of what was possible. As the ships disappeared into the stars, the people of Earth and their allies watched with hope. Mira looked up at the night sky. "We have waited centuries for this moment," she said. "Now we rise. Together." The galaxy was no longer a place of fear and silence. It was a place of possibility and new friendships. Earth's story had changed, from a lost world to a shining star. The dawn of a new era had come,